with Pekin Hardy Strauss, and I'm here with Adam Strauss to discuss the quarterly letter. Hi, Adam. What is the letter about this time?
Well, it's the beginning of a new year, and we got positive feedback on our letter last year where we made 10 predictions for the year. So we decided to do the same the next year. Our overall view on the markets before we go into any predictions, looking back at 2022 is a very difficult year. The S&P 500 index declined by 18%. The Bloomberg Aggregate Bond Index declined by 13%. So for most investors, it was a very challenging year in 2022. And so, one of the questions that we asked ourselves in writing this letter is, is the pain over? Can we expect to see, the clouds open up a little bit, and with more favorable financial markets in 2023? And we wish we could say that, but we think that inflation is still too high. The Federal Reserve is still tightening. The economy is slowing. There's geopolitical turmoil. So we think that that's setting up for probably another difficult year for the financial markets in 2023.
And do you want to give us a few examples of some predictions that you have made?
Sure. The prediction we made is that the United States, in fact, the globe, enters a recession during the first half of 2023. This may not be such a stretch. We may already be in one, given where we see the leading economic indicators. But that was one of our predictions. A second is that the Federal Reserve eventually pauses once inflation gets below short-term interest rates. We're seeing inflation decline and interest rates continuing to increase. Those are eventually going to converge, and when that happens, we think the Federal Reserve is going to put a pause on things. But then, when it's apparent that we're in a recession, and we see lots of corporate layoffs, and we see unemployment start to rise significantly, we think the Federal Reserve will finally start to reduce interest rates, probably somewhere around midway during the year. And along with that, not only do they start reducing interest rates, but they start printing money again to buy Treasury bonds. So that's another prediction that we have for this year. And then, related to this Federal Reserve pivoting during the mid to second half of 2023, we're expecting the dollar to decline this year. We're expecting gold to outperform, and we're expecting emerging markets to outperform. And we think both of them are going to be a function of a relatively weaker dollar during 2023. So the other thing I'll just add, we also remind investors of some of the long-term fundamentals that are guiding our investment process, our investment approach, and the portfolios that we're constructing for clients. And so that's always worth doing regardless of the particular environment we're in 1 year or the next.
Well, thank you for your insights, Adam. And for those of you who have watched this, please go ahead and read the quarterly letter for more insights from Pekin Hardy Strauss.